welcome to my channel. Well, you're going to hear some weird noises out there because there's kids in the pool. Kids always got to make noises in the pool. Loud noises. But anyways, what we have here today is a Mossy Oak. It's called a 3-piece survival. 3-piece outdoor survival knife set. The cardboard box is all it come in. The reason why they say 3-piece is besides the knife and the sheath on the back, you got a little holder, and they give you a ferro rod and a little diamond kind of like sharpening stone that hides in these little pouches back here. I guess you got little lanyards for those guys if you want to get off that. And what we have is a Bowie knife. Now, my only criticism, I would say, of this knife is what you see in a lot of these type of knives. This is a stylized sawback, all right? It's not sharp. You're not going to be able to cut any wood with it, but I guess if you wanted to, you could try to sharpen those in there. I tried the ferro rod in this, and the blade is coated on this, and so is the ferro rod, but I eventually got it to spark a little bit. Now, I looked on Amazon, and the way they were sparking their ferro rod was they were running it off the blade. I'd rather run off the back of a blade than the front, but you'll get a spark that way. This is a pretty nice knife. It's got a nice rubberized kind of handle here. It's about a half a pound lighter than something like the Ontario SP10. You have approximately the same blade shape. The handle on the SP10 is just a little bit longer, but they swell out similarly, and this one is quite a bit. It's about a third the cost of the Ontario. The Ontario goes for about $60 or so, and this one goes for around 19 or 20, somewhere around there. Yeah, it's a pretty good beater, basically. Now, I read a lot of different reviews, and some people were praising it, and the only negative review I saw on Amazon was somebody didn't get their fire starter and ferro rod, so they gave it a low review. But it's one of the popular sellers on Amazon. It's got a reinforced little plastic thing here, and the sheath isn't bad. I mean, you know, it's nothing super special, but it'll do the job of holding it in there. And this snap, I'm trying to do this through the camera. There. Snap holds it securely. It doesn't have another strap up here, but usually I don't need one of those. It falls out of the way, so you shouldn't slice it up too much. And it's got a black coating on the blade. They just listed as stainless steel. Now, let me get a piece of paper here. A lot of people said that it didn't come out, it wasn't sharp out of the box and all that. This thing's sharp out of the box for me. I mean, that's pretty sharp. Pretty sharp out of the box. Feels good in the hand. It's a little bit under a pound. So, like I said, if you're used to bigger knives, this one's going to be easier to tote around than, you know, something like the Wild Turkey. You're going to get the same blade shape. It's not going to be quite as thick on the spine. Let's check its thickness. Get back in there and lock yourself in. All right. Let's see how thick the spine is. Zero yourself. No, it wasn't zero, was it? That's zero. No. We don't want absolute. Get off that. There we go. Here. We had some bumpage. 4 millimeter. A 4 millimeter spine. Or 0.163. So yeah, fairly decent. It's got a saber grind to it. Oh, sorry, this thing's oscillating. Stop oscillating. This is a non-sharpened swedge up here. This might... One thing this does do is it will lighten the blade a little bit, you know, because you don't have that weight there. And I guess it's okay, you know. To me, if you're going to put one up there that's supposed to be a sawtooth, make it a saw, you know. I mean, this is dull stuff. I guess. Let's get a piece of wood. I got to test this. I got to see how it works. All right, we got the oak. See what I mean? This is not a sawback. I don't know. Some people say it's a sawback. This is not a sawback. You're not gonna saw anything. Let's do a little choppage. I'm trying to. Sorry, banging the camera. Oh yeah. I don't see any rolling. Let's go up to 2x, see if we see anything going on with that. Yeah, it looks like it wasn't a super extensive test or anything, you know, but just to give you an idea, main thing I was curious about was these. This is just more like, you know, the fins they put on old cars and stuff and everything to make them look like an airplane. It didn't really do anything other than looks. But yeah, Overwatch. This is the Overwatch. But yeah, pretty decent. It feels pretty good in the hand. All right, let's see what kind of cutting edge we got here. Let's get it all the way to the tip. So you got about a 9-inch cutting edge on a 10-inch blade, which means we got about an inch here that you could choke up if you felt the need to. It's got a nice little sharpening choil there. Overall, yeah, this is not bad. If you want a beater Bowie, you know, I believe this one's made in China, but you know, I take China a lot of times over Pakistan, between the two countries, as far as like unknown steels. I've had better luck with China than I have with Pakistan on heat treatment. This one here, we don't really have enough room to test anything without scraping off metal. I could try and see what Rockwell we get off this. I'm gonna go with 50. Yeah, it's real hard to tell. Let me try lengthwise. Yeah, 50 is scratching. 50 is scratching. I don't want to go 55. What the hell? 45. I had one put in the wrong place. What? Oh, I see what I'm doing. I got the package upside down. All right, here. We got the right one now. 45. Yeah, it's scratching. It's not sliding. Yeah, it scratches right through that coating there. So, you're going to get a fairly soft steel, but they give you a sharpening rod. So, got that going for you. Oh, that was my head banging into the... I head banged the camera. Do we want to go... Let's see if 40 will slide. 45 was scraping. Yeah, it slides on the edge. It'll scrape this coating off, but it'll slide on the metal. So it's between 45 and between 40 and 45 on its hardness. But that shouldn't keep you from having fun with one of these knives. And you will, you will have to sharpen it occasionally, depending on what you do with it. But it should be all right. So there you go. There's a little quickie on the Mossy Oak. And like I said, it comes with, nice little ferro rod and kind of like a diamond coated. You could get by with this, to keep the thing sharp. It's good that they, on a mild steel type of knife, mild Rockwell and everything, it's good they give you a sharpening rod because you're probably going to need it. But overall, I think it's a pretty good deal. As long as you know what you're getting into. If you spend, there's going to be a difference between a $20 knife, a $60 knife, and a $200 knife. There's a reason behind those things, Anyway, there you go. Hope you enjoyed that. Thank you for watching, and have a nice day.